right, so Ruckus Media here with amateur athlete, up-and-coming prospect, Saul Mujokeri. Saul, thanks so much for your time. Just wanted to touch base with you this Sunday, find out how have you been dealing with lockdown? What are we now? Nearly going into 9 weeks.
Yeah.
How you been dealing with the lockdown?
I'm still working. I didn't stop working. I have to thank the Lord that I still got the opportunity to work. Unlike others, people are suffering out there because our company is doing essential work and essential services. But not all of us there. We are just a few people that were chosen to be working. So, but still it's difficult, my man. We can't go to training, which when I come back from work late, I'm just doing some push-ups, sit-ups, and some little bit of shadow boxing. That's all I'm doing. And during the weekends, I'm taking an hour also doing the same thing.
So obviously it's been tough for you as an amateur combat sports athlete, as an amateur MMA fighter. Like you say, you've been trying to keep fit. The morning runs between 6 and 9, have you been able to get in some road work?
No, not yet. I'm not doing it.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not driving a run since the lockdown.
So tell me, as an amateur athlete, for guys that are going to be watching this, how did you get into combat sports? What started you in MMA?
My man, I was looking for a gym because I was a bodybuilder since 2003. So I didn't have transport. So if I move to stay at a certain place, I would look for a closer gym so I can walk to the gym. So I went to another gym in the Kenilworth, Tarfontein place. I don't know if you know the place.
Yes.
Jobek. Yeah. So I met a man there where the man was a gym instructor. His name is what's his name? John Powers, Mr. John Powers. He was also in the movie with Chuck Norris, Delta Force 2. He
Yes.
featured in Delta Force 2. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler. He's also from England, I'm sure. Yeah, he's also from England. So he told me, my man, you got a good body. I like your body. I think you can do MMA. I said, MMA, man, I don't like it. He said, just try it. There are guys that are coming to start this month, and these guys are coming from the gym in Southdale. They are being coached by that man was called Swan Paul. You know him? Mon Swan Paul.
Morne Swanepoel.
Yeah. He said he's coming to coach the MMA here. He's bringing his guys here so you can join the team. I said, I'll think about it, Mr. Powers. So he gave me his number. And he told me also, he said there's a man who is teaching Muay Thai here part-time. You can also come and you can also start to doing Muay Thai, waiting for those guys. I said, I'll think about it. So I left after about 2 years. I was in the pub drinking. Then I was approached by another guy. He said, my man, look at your body. Why are you playing with this body, drinking and wasting time? You can be a bodybuilder. Go push hard. I can help you to be a bouncer. Bouncers are making good money. So I said, okay. he gave me his card. He said, call me, just go push hard. When you see you are big enough, then you can call me. So I told myself, I just don't want to be a bodybuilder with no technique. So I thought about that guy who I was told about that is training people Muay Thai. So I went there. That was Crew Neville Rose. You know him there? Yeah. Then I went there. When I got there, I found him. He already opened the Raw MMA.
Yes.
And he had the guys. His guys had started fighting. Also, they had about 3 fights, 3 tournaments. They went for 3 tournaments. So when I got there, Mr. Power said, "Look at these guys. They are doing well. Join us. Sit here. They're starting at 7. Sit here. Then you can see the class. If you are interested, then you can join." That's how I got into MMA. Started with raw MMA, being coached by Coach Neville and crew Anton Jardin. Then from
Fascinating
there,
story.
yeah, man. Then from there, that's when I moved to the Raw MMA was closed. I started when I started there with Raw MMA. It was on the 1st of July 2015. Then Raw MMA was closed. When it was closed, I don't remember when was that. Then Ruben, you know Ruben, he took us. Ruben, he was training also under Munsfan Paul. He's a good coach also. He coached us there by Raw. He said, guys, let me take you. He took me and Chukuma. You remember Chukuma?
Yes.
Chuks, yeah. He took me, Chuks, and Flavio. If you know Flavio.
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah, to Valhalla MMA and fitness. Then we start and Clinton Kennedy also. Then he took us to Valhalla MMA and fitness. Said, guys, I know you like this, so let me go and introduce you to Coach Shane Carr. Then we went there. Then we started training there. Few days later, I got injury when we were doing wrestling. So I got an injury. I broke my ankle. Then I went out for about 10 months. Then I came back again. So that is the story, my man.
So tell me, obviously, all of that training, all of that build up, what was it like to have your very first amateur MMA fight? Because I remember that happened when back in 2017, you fought Dion Fisser. That was at EWC. What was that like? Your very first fight, first time when the cage door gets locked behind you?
Hey man, it was very interesting, man. They told me it was late. It was late, and that time I was fighting under Raw MMA. I came back to Raw MMA. It was after 2.5 years of training. So I came back to Raw MMA, and Coach Neville told me, no, it's late now to put your name on. They said there's only one guy that is there, and he's about 109 kgs. He's heavyweight, and I was at 89. So I said, no, I want to fight. I'm going to fight this guy. I am going to fight this guy. And Dion was my training partner at Valhalla. And then I entered the cage. I was so interested, and I finished me with a guillotine in the first round. But it was very interesting. I was happy. I didn't worry about about the weight division that he was big. I didn't worry about the loss. I was just happy because I managed to enter the cage. it's a very good experience to be in a cage. I like it.
Looking at your record, I think it's 3-3 now. 3 wins, 3 losses.
Yeah.
Your first 2 fights were losses, and then you went on a 3-fight win streak, beating such notable fighters. I mean, obviously, he's progressed quite a bit since then. Gid Moyo, you beat him. And then your last fight, you've lost as well. So that gives you a record of 3-3. But looking back at that record, you fought twice in 2017, 3 times in 2018, and only once last year. I know you had a couple of cancelled fights. Obviously, this lockdown has messed around with your plans. What's the plans for Saul Mujokeri when this lockdown is over?
When this lockdown is over, I will check around and see how I can put, if I want to carry on with MMA. I've realized a disadvantage that I had before. The disadvantage that I had before is I've been now fighting out of at Swift. I'm doing Brazil. I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so I haven't been doing proper MMA. If I have to carry on with the MMA, I think I'll need to join a proper MMA gym. Like Valhalla is a good MMA gym, because now I've realized I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. From Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I go to fight. I don't have sparring, pad work. I'm just doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So for an MMA fighter, you need to be an MMA fighter. You need to be a mixed martial artist.
So obviously you're missing the gym, you're missing the rolling sessions from a jits point of view, and obviously you're going to have to make some serious decisions in the next couple of months as to whether you're going to continue with your MMA career as an amateur. What are your, I mean, maybe not now because you've still got some decisions to make. Do you ever see yourself being a professional fighter?
Yeah, I can be. If I push hard, I can be.
Well,
if I push hard, I can be in a year's time. I just don't want to rush it. I just don't want to rush it. I just don't want to rush to be. I want to be, if I have to go, because now my age also, I'm about I'm turning 38 this month, this year, sorry, September, turning 38. So my age also, the time I started MMA, I told myself I don't want to fight when I just want to do it until 40. Then 41, I will relax. So if I have to, I don't want to rush it. I want to make sure that, because I know there in the professional, it's not easy.
Yeah, it's tough.
Not easy. Yeah, I just don't want to go there and lose. I have to go there when I'm ready.
Well, Saul, I wish you all the best. It has been a long time since I've seen you in the cage. Really looking forward to, first of all, you making the final decision as to whether you are going to focus on MMA for the next 2 years, and hopefully see you rack up a couple another wins, a whole bunch more wins. Great chatting with you. Wish you all the best. I know you've also been studying from your Boilermaker qualifications.
Yes, I'm trade tested. I'm now a Red Seal Boilermaker.
Wow, congratulations for that. Absolutely awesome news. So now it's a decision to make. You've got to decide family. You got to find that balance between fighting, family, and work.
Yeah. True, my man.
Well, Saul, thank you so much for the time. Thanks for the catch up. I really look forward to seeing you at a couple of amateur events when lockdown ends.
Sure, brother. And I also just registered my engineering company. Now I'm busy working hard to raise money to buy machinery and the tools so I can run my small workshop.
Absolutely fantastic. Saul, that is wonderful news. Definitely going to look out for that and see if we can get your name out there as far and as wide as possible.
Sure, my brother. Thank you so much.
Saul, thanks for your time. Send regards to the family, and we'll chat to you soon.
Sure, my man. Thank you very much. Send regards to your family too.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.